In a quiet town nestled among rolling hills lived a young boy named Ethan. He was an ordinary boy in every sense, attending the local school, playing with friends, and finding joy in the simple things, like the song of a bird or the shape of a cloud. But amidst this peaceful world, Ethan faced a giant. His greatest struggle was studying. No matter how hard he tried, the lessons just wouldn't stick. His classmates' laughter at his mistakes only deepened his sense of failure, chipping away at his confidence piece by piece. One afternoon, long after the final bell had rung, Ethan noticed his philosophy teacher, Mr. Harris, still sitting alone in the quiet classroom. Gathering his courage, Ethan walked towards him. "Sir," he began softly, "I need to talk to you about something." Mr. Harris looked up with a kind expression. "Of course, Ethan. Come, sit down. What's on your mind?" Ethan hesitated for a moment before admitting, "Sir, I'm just so bad at studying. I can't remember anything, and I can't focus. I feel hopeless. I was wondering if you had any advice." Mr. Harris smiled gently. "You know, Ethan, you're not alone. Many students feel this way, but the fact that you're seeking help shows you have the will to improve. And if you truly want to, you can. I'm going to share 5 simple, yet powerful, tips that will not only help you focus, but will completely change the way you learn. Our first lesson," Mr. Harris said, "is to calm your mind." He held up a glass bottle filled with muddy water. "What do you see?" he asked. "Dirty water, sir," Ethan replied. "All right," said Mr. Harris. "Let's just leave it here for a while and watch on a war proceed." The mud slowly settled, leaving the water crystal clear. "And now?" the teacher prompted. Ethan's eyes widened in surprise. "The water is clear now, sir." "Exactly," Mr. Harris affirmed. "Our mind is just like this water. When it's stirred up with stress, fear, and 1,000 other thoughts, we can't think clearly. So, before you begin studying, just close your eyes for 5 minutes. Focus only on your breath, in and out. This simple act will calm your mind and prepare it to learn." The second lesson is to focus on the present. Mr. Harris then lit a candle and placed it on the desk. "Look at this flame. Instructed. Try to keep your focus only on it. Don't let your thoughts wander." At first, Ethan struggled. His mind jumped from his friends to his fears about upcoming exams. But with gentle persistence, his attention eventually settled on the steady, dancing flame. "You see," Mr. Harris continued, "the past is gone, and the future is not yet here. All we truly have is this present moment. When you're studying and you feel your mind drifting away, just gently guide it back to the task at hand. Practice this every day, and your focus will strengthen." Third lesson. Try to understand, not just memorize. Mr. Harris then produced a sponge and a rock. He poured water over both. The sponge absorbed the water completely, while the water simply rolled off the rock. "Some students approach learning like this rock," the teacher explained. "They try to force facts into their memory through repetition alone. But the students who truly learn are like this sponge. They seek to understand the concepts. They visualize the information, and they connect it to real-world examples. They absorb knowledge, and it stays with them. So, always strive for understanding." Our fourth lesson is to break learning into small parts. Mr. Harris handed Ethan a large, solid block of wood. "Try to break this," he said. Ethan pushed and pulled with all his might, but the block wouldn't budge. Mr. Harris then took the block and, using a tool, cut it into several smaller pieces. He handed them back to Ethan, who could now easily break each one. "You can't conquer a huge topic all at once," Mr. Harris said. "Break it down into smaller, manageable parts. Study one small section, take a short break, and then move to the next. This method prevents you from feeling overwhelmed and actually makes learning much easier and more effective." And the fifth and final lesson, Mr. Harris concluded, is to practice regularly. He pointed to 2 small pots on the windowsill. "I planted seeds in both," he said. "I've been watering this one every day, but I haven't watered the other at all. In the first pot, a tiny green sprout was pushing through the soil. The second pot remained barren. If you dedicate just a little time to your studies every single day, you will see growth. But if you study for hours one day and then skip the next 3, your efforts won't take root. Consistency is key. Practice every day, even if it's only for 20 minutes. Over the next few weeks, Ethan dedicated himself to following Mr. Harris's advice. The change wasn't immediate, but slowly, he noticed a difference. He could sit and study for longer periods. The topics that once seemed impossible began to make sense. The fear that had paralyzed him started to fade, replaced by a newfound curiosity. His grades began to climb, but more importantly, he started to genuinely enjoy the process of learning. 5 years later, Ethan is a successful and confident young man. He often looks back on that afternoon in the quiet classroom, realizing that the most valuable lessons of his life weren't from a textbook. They came from his wise philosophy teacher who shared 5 simple truths that forever changed his path. So, if you, like Ethan, are struggling with your studies or facing any challenge in life, remember to take that first step. Calm your mind, live in the present, seek to understand, break your challenges into smaller pieces, and practice with consistency. Your small, daily efforts are the seeds of great achievements. Your belief in yourself and your hard work are the most powerful tools you will ever possess. If you found this story inspiring, please help it reach more people by liking and sharing this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to join us for more stories like this. Until next time, be patient and keep growing.